Hello. Welcome to this, the very first in the training videos for the Science Fair workshops run by the SPICE program. So really quickly, I'm going to provide an overview of what the Science Fair workshops are about and what's expected of you as a volunteer instructor. So first off, what are the Science Fair workshops? Well, the University of Oregon holds a science fair for kindergarten through 8th grade students every year, usually sometime between March and May. And in order to support kids and teachers and parents in developing science fair projects, we actually send teams of teachers to classrooms and to public places to provide workshops to guide them how to start a science fair project, because it can be pretty intimidating the first time, and a lot of kids sort of start out really excited and then fizzle out when they're actually faced with all the logistics of putting a project together without mentoring. So we try to fill that hole by providing a series of workshops. Most of those happen in classrooms around Eugene Springfield, but we also do open workshops at the libraries and other places like that. So the point of the workshops is to support students in developing a science fair project and to introduce them to all of the basics of science fair projects. As a volunteer instructor, you can expect to spend about an average of 4 hours per week on this. There's probably a little bit more time in the first few weeks as you're getting acquainted with your partners and doing training and whatnot, but it averages out to about 4 hours a week. So the logistics. The SPICE program provides instructors with supplies, presentations, which you'll see in the later workshops, and coordination. So we connect you with partners, we connect you with classrooms and workshop times and supplies and all of that good stuff. And your responsibilities are to learn the materials, so watch all the training videos and come to the training meetings, complete all the trainings, meet with your partners before you go to present to make sure you're on the same page, and then to present and lead activities in classrooms. So a typical day involving a workshop will start with coming to the offices of the Optics Center and picking up your supplies. Now, don't just grab your supplies and run away, because we are human and fallible. Make sure to check your supplies and you have everything that's on the list there and everything that you think you need. If you don't, grab one of us and we'll get you what you need. Then you travel to the classroom, usually by car, depending on how close it is. And if you or your partner don't have access to a vehicle, we make arrangements to borrow a vehicle. Then you get to the classroom, you set up, you do the presentation, which includes a presentation component and an activity component with the kiddos. Then you thank them very much, pack up, head back to campus, and return your supplies. Please do return your supplies as quickly as possible, because often we have to turn around multiple workshops in a day, and we only have enough supplies for 2 to 3 workshops in a given day. And every once in a while, we have 4 scheduled, so and we need to get those back either for later in the day or for the next day to get them set up. So as far as the workshops go, there are 4 workshops. The first one covers the scientific method and includes an activity that teaches the scientific method called the mystery box. The second workshop covers research questions and provides some guidance for how to develop a good research question that will make a doable project. The third workshop covers data collection and analysis and starts getting into issues like what's a variable, what's a control variable, an independent variable, a dependent variable, to get the kids thinking really carefully about how they're going to measure the data. And the last workshop is about presenting your results. Now, as these workshops progress, the first 2 workshops are very heavy on presentation and activity. The later 2 workshops, there's less presentation and a little bit less activity, so that there's more time to work with kids in groups or one-on-one and helping them with their project ideas. And there's a lot more flexibility in the later workshops if you want to add some things or take things out, depending on where your classroom is at. And then some classrooms may ask for extra mentoring. That's not involved in your volunteer commitment, but if you would like to come back to visit the classroom more and help the students directly with their projects, that's fantastic. If not, we often have other instructors who do want to do that, who will visit your classroom and help kids out. So that's optional. So administrative, there are some things that you need to do to really get rolling on the workshop and make sure that everything's in line. The first one is fill out your background check permission form. We do need to background check you, since you'll be working with children, to make sure that you haven't, set any barns on fire or anything. Submit your schedule form. That's how we know when you're available and any limitations that you might have and what your background is, so we can match you up with a good partner that'll fit you well and that you guys will be scheduled well. Make sure to keep in contact with us, the coordinators, with your partner or partners, and with your teacher so everybody knows what's going on. And update your presentations as desired. We provide the presentations, as you'll see in later training videos, but if you would like to customize those and make them your own, just let the coordinators know, and we will make copies of those presentations that you can update to your heart's content. We love it when you add in your own stuff and make it personal. So that's the really quick introduction to what the Science Fair workshops are about and what's involved. The next training video will actually delve into the presentation for Workshop 1, which is about introducing the scientific method, and we try to keep it pretty fun. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you at the fair.